as tensions rise along the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. The situation reflects a complex mix of history, security concerns, and regional instability rather than a conventional war between two states. From a neutral American observer standpoint, the friction stems largely from cross-border militancy and differing expectations about security responsibilities. Pakistani officials argue that armed groups operating from Afghan territory have carried out attacks inside Pakistan, particularly those linked to the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Islamabad insists that Kabul must take stronger action to prevent its soil from being used for violence. On the other hand, authorities in Afghanistan, currently governed by the Taliban, deny allowing such activities, while also criticizing Pakistan's border fencing and occasional airstrikes. Afghan leaders often frame the conflict as a humanitarian and sovereignty issue, arguing that military pressure only deepens instability and civilian suffering. For Washington, the primary concern is not choosing sides, but preventing the region from becoming a renewed hub for transnational militancy. US analysts worry that prolonged tensions could destabilize an already fragile Afghanistan, disrupt trade routes, and increase refugee flows. A conflict between the two neighbors would also complicate counterterrorism monitoring after the US withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021. Strategically, the United States views both nations as important to regional balance. Pakistan remains a nuclear-armed state with influence in South Asian security, while Afghanistan sits at the crossroads of Central and South Asia. Any escalation risks drawing in external powers or fueling proxy competition. From a neutral journalistic perspective, the core issue is less about war and more about mistrust. Both governments face internal pressures, Pakistan from security threats and economic strain, Afghanistan from international isolation and governance challenges. These domestic realities shape how each side responds to incidents on the border. Ultimately, the future of Pakistan-Afghanistan relations may depend less on military action and more on cooperation, intelligence sharing, border management agreements, and economic engagement. Without those measures, cycles of blame and retaliation are likely to continue, keeping the region tense and uncertain. For now, observers in Washington and beyond are watching carefully, not because a full-scale war seems imminent, but because even limited conflict between these neighbors could have consequences far beyond their frontier.